Today we're here in Rowan Ty's Avonlea block looking at mung beans that he planted in January. We're going to do a bit of crop history and look at the conditions the crop has grown through and how it's gone. We'll first start with Rowan, who'll lead us into the history of the crop.
G'day. This block was set up for sorghum for this summer, for the 1920 sorghum crop. Due to the lack of rain, it was obviously not sown to sorghum. We decided to go to mung beans for the reason late sorghum crop was going to eliminate turnaround back into its rotation, whereas mung beans we're hoping to get it back to barley, back into its rotation again. So the paddock fallowed out for sorghum. It had 50 kgs of P underneath it and 50 kgs of K late in 2018 summer, leading to give it time to break down for the sorghum crop. We spread 130 kgs of urea in late December, I'm pretty sure it was, for the sorghum obviously. When we got rain in January, it was good enough to meet up with the profilers here. We actually had a full profile, just the surface dried out to sow. So the 75 mil we got to sow on met up, and that's when we decided to go to mung beans. Jade being the variety, it was sown at 25 kilos to the hectare with 50 kg of Granulox Z put down with it. After that, no exact dates, but we put a grass spray in and targeting barnyard and feathertop grass, liver seed, button grass, all our general summer grasses around here. Seems to have had a good strike and seems to be working and holding back with the plant competition of the mung beans. Use that with Select Extra, 360 grams active, plus 300 ml of additives, so your wetters. We also added a Mega Mix Plus at 2.6 litres to the hectare for foliar fertilizer. Then later on after that, we've done an insecticide spray for mirids and heliothus using Starkle and a Firm with a wetter put on the ground rig at 80 litres to the hectare of water.
We might just switch over to Scotty, and Scotty might explain why we did those sprays and the timing of those sprays in the crop stage.
Yep, sure. So early on in the stage, there was good beneficial numbers building up in the crop. So as we approached our first spray, I was mindful of wanting to go soft. So Starkle has now got a registration for mirids in mung beans, and knowing that Starkle is nice and soft on the beneficials, we went with 90 grams of Starkle per hectare, and for the heliothus that we're about, we used 200 ml per hectare of a Firm, again wanting a nice soft option which gave us some residual. That first 200 mils of a Firm and the 90 grams of Starkle, that did a really good job. We got about 7 to 8 days out of both products before the growth dilution sort of...
What stage was that first spray put on?
That first spray, that was early to mid-flowering. We were probably a bit slower here getting our first insect pressure. Some crops to the east of here were sort of carrying high numbers prior to that, I think, which is probably why we've been able to get away with only 2 sprays so far. Again, both that spray combination did a really good job. It held for about, like I said, 7 or 8 days, but with the growth dilution and the continued grub pressure, we followed that back up again with another 200 mil of a Firm per hectare, just to top up that a Firm levels again, and it's done a really good job. It's continuing to hold the grubs at this stage.
So do you think there'll be another spray on this paddock, or do you think it'll make it through?
My gut feel's telling me, just looking at the crop here now, we probably won't get away without having to do one more spray. I was a bit surprised today, come back in expecting to find some grub numbers here today, but yeah, the Firm still seems to be holding, but I think, yeah, we'll probably have to get away with one more spray, I'd say.
So how long before you'll defoliate this crop?
This crop, the area we're standing in now, I think is probably potentially still probably at least 2 weeks, I'd say. As you can see down the crop, there's some late fingers coming on there now that with the moisture levels that are underneath, we're certainly going to be able to fill those pods, so I think we'll take them through to harvest.
And what sort of brews will you be planning to use for defoliation? I believe the first paddock's been defoliated.
Yes, yeah, that's right. The first paddock, we defoliated it just prior to the rain that fell on the weekend. What we used there was Now that there's an ally associate permit, we use 5 grams per hectare of associate and 2 litres per hectare of 450 gram active Roundup, and we used obviously ammonium sulphate LO700 product as adjuvant.
So what's the delay period after applying that defoliant before you come in with the header?
During the hotter periods of the year, you probably think about 7 days, but at the moment I think we'll probably be working on a 10 to 12 day from application to harvest.
So probably a question for both of you, looking at this crop here now. It looks like it's going to be a fairly good crop to harvest. You got any estimates on what this crop might yield? Ryan?
A lot, hopefully. I'm using more Scotty's opinion, but yeah, anywhere up to 1.7 to the hectare. Yeah.
And you don't have any trouble with harvesting at this stage with this crop? You're happy with how everything's going? Well, height and green matter at harvest time and issues like that?
Well, hopefully if we get a good desiccation, the green matter should drop off for us, and yeah, hopefully it will help with our screenings and trash matter in our samples. Yeah, a bit unknown yet with the cool weather that's around and how fast it'll die down. But yeah, hoping to get it down to not much leaf at all and harvest it. But obviously with weather pressure, you never say never.
And I gather you already forward sold this at a pretty good price, so you're looking at a pretty good gross margin at this point in time.
Fingers crossed. Yes, we have forward sold on a hectare contract, and yeah, I'm hoping it pulls off what we do. It's gonna, yeah.
Anything else you want to add, Scotty?
I think just on yield wise, Rowan knows I like to be a little bit conservative for him when it comes to yield. I like to under promise and over deliver, but realistically there's areas in this crop that'll do over 2 tonne to the hectare, but I think on an average, if we can't average 1.7, 1.8, I'll be very surprised.
I guess the other thing I didn't ask earlier, any disease issues you've noted in these crops?
No, it surprised me. There was a few early symptoms. There, what I was suspecting was halo blight and tan spot sort of coming in, but I think with the favourable conditions we've had, plenty of moisture, good growing conditions, good nutrition underneath, and the addition of the foliar fertilisers as we went, I think the crop's sort of been able to sort of stay healthy enough and sort of, yeah, I think that sort of stopped the disease pressure building up any more than what was there early. I was a little bit surprised that we haven't seen any powdery mildew considering the amount of rain we've had and being a late crop, but at this stage there doesn't seem to be any sign of it, so I think, yeah, we'll have this crop off before there's any major concerns, I think.
So what you needed for powdery mildew was another couple of damn days after Friday?
Yeah, probably.
We're lucky we didn't have that. We're talking bright sunshine here on Monday, and things look really good for this crop to finish off. Thank you both gentlemen for your time today and for your comments. Any more, Ryan?
So this crop, roughly around 250 to 300 mil since January.